Namaste. Welcome to another live brought to you by the Magical Elite Supply Shop. I am your host, Magic LaCroix. Hope y'all are having a good Thursday, a good day of Jupiter. So hopefully y'all are having a good day of abundance. Okay. Um, Not gonna be long, as I always say. Not gonna be long, right? But you know, I felt like it was time for me to say something. Um, just state of the uh, the masses mindset right now. Everything is fucking offensive. You know what I'm saying? But before I start, um, hopefully, you know, winter is over with. If winter is over with, I don't think it is, but if winter is over with, hopefully y'all took Texas as an example on how to prepare. Okay. All right. So let's see. Last time I did a live, it's been a week or two. I was telling y'all about a book called The Art of Shinku. It is um this book right here. It's basically a survival guide. Okay. Um there's everything that you can think of to like camp, be in the woods, or just survive, period. This book has it. Forget all of the cheesy drawings you see here. I think that's very unique myself, you know, very cartoonish, but the information is on point. There's a section in here on vitamins, okay? Um, how to preserve food, how to grow beans or sprout beans, grains, and seeds. It says nutritional magic you can perform almost anywhere. Hey sister, how you doing? My homie sister, Spirit Soul Oracle, she's on. Glad to see you as always. Um, but yeah, the artist Shinku. This is I was just talking about, hopefully everybody took Texas as an example. Just in case winter is not over with. I don't think it is, but it is what it is. So, by now, if you don't have a clue as to what's going on and who's controlling stuff, then we're pretty much at end game because that's most of the masses. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much that people can tell you. When will you see for yourself that this is part of a larger agenda? You know what I mean? Glad to see you too, sister. Glad to see you too. Uh, Nobody actually came to me after I did that last live. Nobody came to me asking for this book, but I think it is a necessary component of anybody's arsenal. You know, just how to survive. There are martial arts techniques for women in here. You know what I mean? Aikido, basic Aikido techniques. You have all kinds of vitamins and what their properties are. You have, let's see, therapeutic stretching. You have, let's see, how to enhance your life force, which is key. Okay. Um, you got to actually, you got recipes, actually, uh, simple and healthy whole food recipes, you know, food storage. Let's see, joint pain and how to deal with it, backache, how to improve your eyesight, drinking water and longevity. Hello, Deuce. How are you doing, ma'am? Good to see you as well. And of course, this is my favorite section, the section on vitamins. See that? This book is still available on Amazon. But like I said, if you come to me, find me on Facebook. I can give you the PDF. You don't have to pay anything for it. The Art of Shinku. Okay. Good to see you. So now, on to the crux of this live. Like I said, I'm not going to be too long. Just seems like I'm pretty sure other people have spoken on this, but here's my input on it. Everything's offensive these days, you know. And now you got all this cancel culture. Cancel culture. This is an actual thing. Cancel culture. Okay. First thing that comes to mind is because it happened just recently. Pepe Le Pew was canceled. Door pause. Of course, that pause is for dramatic effect, but you get my point. Pepe Le Pew is offensive. So how exactly do you cancel a cartoon character? Okay. I'm trying to wrap my head around the logic that goes into this. So Pepe Le Pew is offensive and it promotes rape culture. You talking about the same rape culture that came along during slavery times. So talking about that rape culture? Okay. Because during slavery times, this was part of the culture. You ever heard of buck breaking? So how you gonna cancel a cartoon character, but not cancel the person who created the cartoon character? You know what I mean? It's utterly ridiculous. Of course, it's a distraction. There's other shit at work here. Let me see something here. Uh, they love to cancel black men and dark skinned females. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to get to that. I am going to get to that. This cancel culture is nothing more than a smokescreen. Again, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? They love to do these things. You see what I'm saying? White men created those shows. I could get banned from YouTube for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Caucasian men created those shows. That's their culture, period. You can call me racist, call me whatever to your heart's desire. That is their culture. That's a fact. It's not my opinion. Fact check that. So you're gonna come on now, be for real. Okay? That's offensive. Offensive to think that the masses are so stupid that you can just pull that over their eyes. Because most people are like, are you serious? Okay. So what about what's offensive? That's Pepe Le Pew is not offensive. Did you know Walt Disney was a pedophile? They put images in those cartoons, hidden images that show like genitalia and stuff like that. That's offensive. You know what I mean? What about the constant images on TV that you see? You know what I mean? Constant images that you see, negative images. There's stuff that's in commercials now that I've never in my life seen before. That's offensive, right? Y'all agree with me? Is that offensive? They do it anyway. You know what I mean? You know, it's only six corporations who own everything that you see as far as news and media. Six. That's it. You know what I mean? That control most, I'm gonna say 98% of what the masses see. Okay. I just started watching the TV series Snowpiercer. And here's a pattern that you might not have noticed. Okay. Every doomsday scenario that's out there, every um well, mostly every series or movie, most of the people who are in charge and who are left are Caucasian people. That's offensive. Is that not offensive? To think that nobody else matters? Y'all the only ones who gonna no goddamn well it's a lie. You know what I mean? So shall it be in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Suck it up, grin and bear it. You know what I mean? That's offensive, right? You know what I mean? So, I mean, you look at cartoons like the Jetsons, future, no melanated people. And the past, Flintstones, no melanated people. So where they come from? As a known, it is a fact. Europeans cannot create dark skinned people. That's offensive, right? Y'all actually, they're actually thinking, you know what else is offensive? Thinking that canceling things makes up for everything that has been done already. Like Aunt Jemima is no longer Aunt Jemima, I think. What is that supposed to do? It's an empty gesture. Hold on, let me see. Somebody said something here. Yep, Spirit Soul Oracle says functional subliminal messaging. Absolutely. Um, Dude says blacks are never angels, neither. That's offensive. Why are we never angels? And if we are an angel, we're a bad angel. You know what I mean? That's offensive. That's subliminal, right? You look at this TV show, Supernatural, that series. All the angels were Caucasian. There's only one that I can remember who was melanated, and he was a bad angel, and that was Raphael. Isn't that offensive? It is, right? Let's continue. Every invention that's out is patented. They will have you believe that only European invented everything when that's a complete lie. The only things they have invented is the patent office. So they have taken credit for everybody else's work and act like they invented it. I find that offensive because you would have the whole world believing that Europeans created everything. I find that pretty offensive. Pretty offensive. White military men are always praised. Perfect example: the Marine who went in the Twin Towers when that was happening on 911. The hero Marine that went in to save somebody was a melanated man, and in the made for TV movie, the heroes was depicted as a Caucasian man. I find that really offensive. What, we not heroes? When we actual real heroes in life, they get whitewashed. I find that very offensive. Hey, elegant granny, how are you doing? And good to see you. Look at what they doing to Meghan Markle. I don't. I only have to say she knows what she signed up for. That's it. I ain't got much to say on that because I don't care. I'll be real honest. I really don't care. Was just telling my friend that the Salem witch trail witches were black, possibly from Barbados. I find that offensive. You know what I mean? Just like in the TV movie Charmed, the very definition of witch goes back to being a melanated woman. Go look it up. I'm not making shit up. But yet and still the series Charmed, the Charmed ones, three lily white women. I found that offensive. You see the kind of shit that I find offensive? You know what I mean? What about the constant negative stereotypes of us? There's still stereotypes of us about us being deadbeat dads and everything that you see, we just thugs still. I find that very offensive. But when you own the media, you can put out what you want, right? You should be offended by that. They want us to believe fried chicken was created by a white man. There's another one that you should be offended by. Absolutely, Deuce and DeMarcus' mom. In the show, they are whitewashed. Absolutely. Just talking about the white racists in the UK. Oh yeah, I understand what you were saying. I'm just, they find so many different ways to distract us from what's really important. So I don't pay attention to that bullshit over there. You know what I mean? But I get your point, and thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Um, I heard Zorro wears a black mask because he was black. Well, the Count of Monte Cristo was a dark man. Beethoven was a dark man. The father of the Russian language was a melanated man. I hate saying the word black, though. Y'all know that already. Uh, the father of the Russian language, if I'm not mistaken, I don't like saying anything unless I'm sure of it. If I'm not mistaken, his name was Alexander Pushkin, I believe. Um, I believe that's his name. Yes. If I do apologize if I'm not right about that, but I believe I'm right about that. Uh, just dropping in to say hello. Hopefully that's not offensive. Hope all is well. No, no, not. It's not offensive. But I'm just listing things that, you know, I find offensive. But it's like everything is offensive to everybody these days. But when did the masses lose their sense of humor? You know what I mean? You can't even tell jokes these days. People get offended by everything. I stay in Facebook jail. People keep reporting my posts. I don't understand why. I just post factual memes, information that the masses should know about, but I keep getting reported. I think that's why I keep getting in Facebook bail. Oh, not following community standards. Hey, Tresta, how are you doing? Good to see you. Uh, you look good. What is your diet right now? Vegetarian or vegan? Well, thank you. Pandu 11. Thank you. Um, Neither. I'm not a vegan. I appreciate the compliment. I um I have a I mean, well, we don't eat pork. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I eat, almonds and walnuts. I drink a lot of water, even though right now I'm drinking coffee. But it is what it is. I love my coffee. Folks became sensitive. They suppress black content on here and other social platforms. That's offensive. Absolutely, that's offensive. You know what I mean? They still want everybody to believe that everything great is comes from them. And when I say them, I mean Europeans. You know what I mean? Let's let's move along. Our babies don't have a chance right now because they are introducing transgenderism to them at an early age in fucking school. Our babies don't have a chance to go through the natural progression of life, because they're so busy teaching them about sexuality at the young age of 5. When was that ever okay? What 5-year-old needs to know about sexuality? Period. The fact that our babies are being targeted, and that's the problem I have. You know what I mean? That's the problem I have. The fact that our babies are not given a chance and they're being attacked. That's right, I said attacked. They're being attacked at that young of an age. That's offensive. Other parents, y'all should be outraged about that. You know what I mean? They've given you this whole year to take your babies out of school. You need to. My father, grandfather, great grandfather, and all my 10 uncles raised their black children. Flexitarian. I've never heard that before. I've never heard of a flexitarian, but I'll take that. Great metaphysical. Well, I'm thank you for commenting. I have other content. Normally, I will speak on metaphysical topics, but you know, since everybody's being offended by every little thing that they say, I'm just giving examples of what you should be offended by. They call your diet flexitarian. Oh, duh. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. I never knew that. See, I did not know that flexitarian. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't approve of that. That's why my children are at home learning from us. Absolutely. There are some people, some friends of ours who children don't want to go back to school. They're learning more at home. You know what I mean? They've given you every opportunity to take your kids out of school. Do it. Please do it. They gonna not only are they making them socially distant, but they're limiting their interactions with other people, with other kids. You know what I'm saying? They having shields up between the kids. That's not healthy. That's offensive right there. You know, you're not letting kids be kids. They got cops. I don't know what city this was in. They got cops in playgrounds so that kids won't like be on the what they call that thing that go up and down. One person sits here, another person seesaw. Yeah, that's offensive right there. You know what I'm saying? Hello, hey. Okay, I'm saying hello, and then I'm saying hello, hey, your name. Hello, good to see you. Oh, sure. And Coming to America too, movie. They made Wesley Snipes wear a skirt. They are really pushing the agenda. But the fact that some of us bring, I call us truthers. Some of us bring up this that there's an agenda to feminize us, which has been going on for years. People get offended by that. But I knew what was up with Wesley when when he was playing a what do you call him? Drag queen on Wesley Benmore's dress. Name that movie. Tu Wong Fu. Him, Patrick Swayze, and John Leguizamo. Full on drag. You know what I'm saying? People get offended by us bringing it up. The fact that you can't speak on these things without being attacked by people, that should offend the fuck out of everybody watching this video. You know, you're not allowed to have an opinion anymore. Okay? They call it transphobia, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Okay, y'all going fast. Hold on. Not sure why black men don't get recognized as great fathers because they can't do that. That's not part of their agenda. Us being thugs and deadbeats and going and hypersexual, they have depicted us as that for the longest time. You know. But like I said, when you point it out, then you get attacked. I've seen it happen. Elegant Granny. One of the reasons I'm a former public school educator now is because nearly 20 years ago, they mandated classes on teaching homosexuality and transgender is normal and correct. And pay attention to that. Elegant Granny just said that was nearly 20 years ago that they was doing that. Nearly 20 years ago. But think about it. Back in the day, I want to say the 80s, homosexuality was viewed as a mental illness. So what changed? You know what I mean? What changed? Why did it become normal? And black boys in kindergarten are being cuffed from school. Wow. Too long fool. Yes. Too long fool. Yes, I knew the BS was coming. So I took my kid out of public and put him Catholic school where they have the right to refuse the vax. I work in college, so I have to get the vax. There are things that you can take, and I'm glad Spirit Soul Oracle is here. Um, y'all, you should talk to her. There are things that you can take to rush to flush your system out. You see, the maxi pad got canceled because they said women have periods instead of saying people have periods. In no time in history has a man been able to have a baby or have a period. That's just, and when I've seen people speak out against that, like that's never will know what it likes to be. Absolutely, I'm a man. I have no idea what it means to be a woman, to have breasts, and to have a period. You know what I'm saying? But this is the stuff that they're saying. They want a genderless society, basically. Uh, Damn, so they're really force pushing this vax shit in America already. Yeah, James, I thought where you at, I thought they was forcing that on y'all too. Elegant Granny, thank you. Chlorella or activated charcoal to flush the vax out, to flush the flu vax out. You can also use cilantro. Um, Someone told me they were a they. Like, here's an example. On the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is on Netflix, one of Sabrina's close friends is a girl, right? All of a sudden, she wants to be known as a boy, and then her name is going to be Theo, right? Then this guy falls for her, you know. They start dating. They always show them kissing and everything. And at one function, they were both wearing a tux, a man's tux. But I'm like, y'all doing everything as if this is still a woman, because the boy wasn't gay. You know what I mean? But this they're confusing the shit out of people. People are falling for this shit. Chlorella, chlorophyll, and charcoal. Yeah, I take that's some of the stuff Pondu you was asking earlier. And those are some of the things that I take too. Chlorella, chlorophyll, wheatgrass. What's the other one? There's another green superfood that you can take. They push the trans look on black women, promoting unnatural bodies and plastic surgeries, and supporting the loudmouth, disrespectful, and masculine demeanor. Very sad. Yes, loving hip hop, loving hip hop, and everybody's wearing a weave in loving hip hop. Everybody. I've not seen one natural sister on there, or the Hollywood Housewives, or whatever those shows are called. But that's what I said. The negative stereotypes of us are constantly being pushed in TV shows, in commercials. Know what else is offensive? You can't show a black man or a melanated man or melanin rich couple together. I very rarely, if ever, see a melanated man and a melanated woman in a healthy, natural, loving relationship. I don't see it. Period. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have that. You know what I mean? They want us dysfunctional, arguing and fighting with each other. That's offensive because they've been pushing that agenda for years. I get offended by that. I was gonna bring up Charlize Theron, but every time I do, I get pissed. Raising that her adopted son as a female. You know what I'm saying? Confusing him at a young age. I hope he fucking get older and well anyway. I hope he rebels. Period. Let me see. Cilantro, yes. I'm gonna make a tonic out of it. Yes. Cilantro removes heavy metals from your body. Cilantro. Or moringa, like Deuce and Demarcus' mom says. Moringa, yes. Spirulina, thank you. Spirit Soul Oracle. Thanks, sister. I appreciate it. I couldn't think of it. It's three that I take. Chlorella, chlorophyll, spirulina. Spirulina is nasty as hell. I hate it. I hate the taste. You know what I'm saying? But it's a green superfood. You know what I mean? They trying to, but there was a whole situation with the first group who took it coming back HIV positive, amongst other things. Now it's slowed down. No one's taking it but the elderly by force. Get y'all's people out of those nursing homes too. Elegant Granny says, glad I don't even own a TV. I miss all that mess. Yes, you're not missing anything. Uh, this whole generation going to be confused, and when they get older and have hella mental issues, they're going to be pissed that this silliness was allowed. We need strong masculine energy to say stop it. I feel you. Hello, hey, I feel you on that. There's not enough of people like myself who are willing to say what needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? I am sick of seeing young men, melanated men, walk around feminized, wearing skin tight jeans and acting feminine. I see this all the time. You know what I mean? That's offensive. People may not believe that media has no effect on your subconscious, but it does. If you're constantly being introduced to something, eventually that seed is going to take place and you're going to act it out eventually. You know what I mean? Let's see. Every nation waged war upon or treated unfairly has gotten reparations. Every single one of them. Japanese people got reparations. I believe Irish got reparations. What about us? You owe us, motherfuckers. That's offensive. You know what I'm saying? Why you got money for everybody else since you already printed out of thin air anyway? You got because we thrive and they can't have us thriving when we by ourselves. Black Wall Street was not the only place that they have attacked. Not the first or last booming community that they attacked and tore down. Straight out just fucking massacred them. You know what I'm saying? That's offensive. That was allowed and government sanctioned. I mean, how else will helicopters and planes be up in the air? Matter of fact, if you look it up, I Googled it one day and I was surprised at the factual stuff that was in it. And the Caucasians in the nearby town were deputized. So they were allowed to go in there and just wreck shop. In Texas, you can exempt yourself from the vax. My whole family exempt. All right, we're gonna have to talk about that one because I did not know that one. I hate it too. It's offensive seeing them with pants sagging. My belt be ready. Real granny mode here. I know, right? I still do, especially when my son was younger, and I would see his friends sagging. Pull your goddamn pants up, man. Nobody gonna see that shit. Excuse me. Mm. That's offensive to see somebody's drawers and shit. What the fuck? There's no reason. There's no logical reason for that shit. That's fucking offensive. But those people have whole nations to back them. We don't have a country on our side. There's some irony in the fact that some people saying media has no subconscious effect on individuals are the same ones paying for millions in advertising. Actually, yeah, you're right. Millions. They spend millions on marketing. Millions. They spend millions every year on marketing. Millions. Lake Lanier was haunted. All these things are another form of buck breaking that happened to our black men in Jamaica during slavery. That was the point I was bringing up. I brought up at the very beginning of this broadcast. Buck breaking. It's this. It's just another form of it. You know what I'm saying? Surviving R. Kelly, Finding Neverland, Bill Cosby. You got whole documentaries of these black men, melanated men, whole documentaries vilifying. That's offensive for the simple fact this shit is very uneven. There are way more Caucasian men who have done some deviant sexual things that's not broadcast. You know what I'm saying? It's way more, way more. It's very disproportionate. You know what I'm saying? There's not. Where are the Europe? Where's Woody Allen? Where's his documentary? Where's Elvis? You see what I'm saying? Why are their heroes not vilified the way ours are? That's offensive. I'm offended by that shit. Do you think the outrage from melanated women against Kevin Samuels is a distraction or legitimate? He asks sisters to stop being overweight and more submissive in a nutshell, but his delivery is harsh. I don't actually know what's going on there. I heard about it in passing. I don't really know enough to say one way or the other. Um, if his delivery is harsh, it's because at this time, this is end game. Our people need the blunt truth. Oh. Our people need it. You know, if his delivery is harsh, so be it. Now is not the time to be coddling people. You know what I'm saying? It really isn't. If I say anything that offends you, I apologize. But that's the only apology you're gonna get because everything I say is not opinion. These are facts. I'm saying. Okay, my delivery is harsh. That's a fact. You know, my wife always asks me to tone it down. I refuse. You know what I mean? We are in a crisis. So to your point, Pondu, I do apologize. I don't know. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. Um, but I will look into it. I will look into it now that you mentioned it. Lake Lanier was made over Black's graveyard. Okay, okay. No documentary on Elvis' 13-year-old cuz wife. Right. That's what I'm saying. Where's his documentary? You know what I'm saying? I thought Lake Lanier was made over a black town where people still living. I don't. That's another thing that I. Woody Allen just got his documentary on HBO Max. Oh, it's still way more than him. You know what I mean? The point being is that that's offensive. That you got these men, these melanated men, on documentaries and portraying them as monsters when the history of European men is way worse. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it goes back to my point. When you control the media, you can do that type of shit. But that's offensive. I actually got to know Kevin Samuels a little pre-YouTube, and he was a genuinely good dude. He's really not an asshole. Huh. I still don't. I'm sorry, y'all. I do not know who Kevin Samuels is. I apologize for that. Okay. The constant emasculation of melanated men. Constant. It's constant. It's constant. You know what I mean? They got whole shows of us looking like bitches constantly. Constant, constant, constant. And you see these young melanated men watching this shit. No strong black melanated role models. You know what I mean? That's offensive. It's offensive to me. I'm reading your comment. Hello, hey, I'm trying to. Got his better half in his business. He paying these fake social media personalities dust. Namaste. Thank you. A town with a graveyard in it, both are right. Kevin Samuels' wife exposed him. I'm going to have to see who this person is. I really do not know, you know. But what's really happening as I wrap this up, is what they're doing. If you don't know by now what they're doing, I'll tell you what they're doing. They're trying to erase history. They're rewriting it right in front of your eyes. You know what I mean? Everything that I said during this 40-minute broadcast should offend the hell out of people who look like me. You know what I mean? Instead, they want you to be offended by them canceling a goddamn cartoon. You know what they're doing, and they constantly do is trying to erase history and make it seem like they were these benevolent beings, all in history. They were supposed to be these benevolent beings, and this is why they're erasing it. This is what they're really doing. You know what I'm saying? So, cancel the Little Rascals. That was very offensive. Me and my wife attempted to watch that one night and couldn't get past the first 15 minutes. The history of this nation is racist. They're trying to erase that fact. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're really doing, and that's part of the larger agenda. So that's what they're doing. Be not offended by Pepe Le Pew and cartoon characters, but go back and everything that I said during this broadcast. That's the shit you should be offended by. He is an older man that wears kitten heels. Okay. I'm gonna look this guy up. I am. I really am. Look at how they did Nick Cannon to put him back in his place. He had to apologize. Anti-Semitic remarks. Those are actually not Semitic people. You know, they use trickery in their words and the way they deliver those words to make you think that those are actual Jews. They're not. That's why I say Jew-ish, like a Jew. See what I'm saying? Everything that you've been told has been a lie. Everything. And that should offend you most of all. The constant lies that we just ain't shit. You know what I mean? That's offensive. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Okay. I did not know that. Thank you for saying that. Hello, hey. Thank you for your reply on Kevin Samuels, and please check on him. He tells black women if they want high value men, they have to be attractive and submissive in a nutshell. Black feminism, feminists are outraged. Nick had to beg for forgiveness. Yes, 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 yes. I'm joking the way he says some funny things and some offensive things, but his frequency is too low for you. Ah, okay. I honestly laughed when I found out about Pepe Le Pew being canceled. So, soon, and being heterosexual will be canceled too. Not only that, it's now going to be it's now going to be the way homosexual sexuality used to be viewed is how heterosexual is going to be. Now um, it's going to be abnormal to be straight. This is what they're leaning to. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. If they have their way, it's coming. Cypher, I have not seen you in a while. Good to see you. Good to see you. I feel you completely. Good to see you. I'm working, but I had to say, hey, broski, peace. I appreciate that. Thank you. Jew-ish. When it has ish, it's like black-ish, referring to light-skinned melanated people. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about words. And this is why that's why they call spelling. They're constantly spelling. They're constantly casting spells on the masses. You know what I'm saying? Um, Make sure you all hit like on Magic videos so you can get in the algorithm. Gay is the new straight. Right. The way James just put it. Gay is the new straight. That is absolutely correct. Yeah, pretty much. It you can't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong for you to have a different of opinion. And it's like it got worse during this past year. It got worse. You know what I mean? It will be like in the days of Noah. Nikita, I haven't seen you in a while. Everybody showed up tonight. I might as well do these lives at this time of night now. Get y'all to come out and fuck with a nigga. Tyler Perry's been sold out in all his shows. They're gay characters and they are highly showcased. When I saw For Color Girls, I said I will never watch another Tyler Perry movie ever again. Once I saw that one, I was like, okay, this nigga, I hate him. I hate him. Hate. Now I don't really hate a lot of people, but I hate him. Right. As soon as you disagree, you're a homophobe. Well, a phobia is something you fear. Just because you disagree with something, don't mean that you have a phobia about it. You just disagree with it. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't think homosexuality is natural. I just don't. And you're not going to convince me. Not talking to any of y'all here. You're not going to convince me that there's something natural about that. And I have gay friends. I have gay family members. You know, it doesn't make a difference to me what they do. I don't care. But you're still not going to make me think it's not. It's natural. I don't give a fuck what two consenting adults do in the bedroom. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Being alphabet and black means more than a straight black man in America. Absolutely. Yep. They got all I mean, if but we're at end game, y'all. I ain't mean to talk this long. We're at end game, but thank y'all for the interaction. I do appreciate it. I'm going to close this out. Um being LG alphabet and black means more than a straight black man in America. It really does. You know what I'm saying? It really does. They have successfully, and the thing that fucks me up is they don't have to force feed this the way they're going at it. They don't have to force feed this down people's throats. They've already accepted it. If you got what you wanted, you won. Why are you forcing it like that? They don't even have to force it the way they are, but they are forcing it down people's throats. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, this homophobe, transphobe thing is ridiculous. A phobia literally translates to an irrational fear of. Irrational fear of. So they're saying you have an irrational fear of a homosexual. You can't just not you just can't just disagree with the lifestyle. You have to be totally all in or you're a homophobe. Totally all in or you're a transphobe. Get the fuck out of here. I'll say it one more time before I go. You can't think yourself into another gender. I don't give a damn what you do. Okay? Um, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for y'all who showed up tonight, and thanks so much for the interaction. I will see y'all next time. We're gonna talk about some metaphysical shit, but don't forget also the artist Shinku, if you can get it. Find me on Facebook. I got it for you if you need it. I'm not gonna charge you. I just think everybody should have it. You know what I'm saying? If you can get a physical copy, it's right there on Amazon. Okay. All right. Ava, hey, you come in as I'm leaving. Be blessed, everybody. And as I open, I'll leave you, with this greeting also. Namaste. Much peace and many blessings. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.